What if I told you that the most revolutionary act you could perform today isn't protesting, isn't changing careers, isn't even standing up to that difficult person in your life? What if the most powerful thing you could do is simply take a bath, or go to bed early, or say no to something you don't want to do? Today we're diving deep into a quote that completely reframes how we think about self-care. Author and wellness advocate Lala Delia said, "Self-care is how you take your power back." We're going to explore what this really means, why our culture has gotten self-care so wrong, and most importantly, how you can start reclaiming your power today. Part 1. The misunderstanding of self-care. Let's be honest, when most people hear self-care, they think of bubble baths and face masks. Instagram has turned it into this aesthetic, consumer-driven concept where self-care equals buying things or indulging in temporary pleasures. But here's the problem with that definition. It's passive. It's about escaping from your life rather than taking control of it. True self-care isn't about pampering yourself, it's about protecting yourself. It's about setting boundaries, making hard choices, and sometimes doing things that don't feel good in the moment but serve your long-term well-being. When we misunderstand self-care as pure indulgence, we miss its real power. We stay stuck in cycles where we need constant external fixes instead of building internal strength and autonomy. Part 2. Understanding power and how we lose it. Power, in this context, isn't about controlling others. It's about having agency over your own life. It's about making conscious choices rather than reacting automatically. Setting and maintaining boundaries. Prioritizing your well-being without guilt. Saying yes to what serves you and no to what doesn't. Think about your typical day. How many times do you say yes when you want to say no? Put everyone else's needs before your own? Stay in situations that drain your energy? Ignore your body's signals for rest, food, or movement? Let others' opinions dictate your choices? Each of these moments is a moment where you're giving your power away. Power doesn't usually disappear all at once. It erodes gradually through people-pleasing habits, overcommitting and burnout, ignoring your own needs and intuition, staying in toxic relationships or environments, not speaking up for yourself. Part 3. Self-care as revolutionary act. In a culture that profits from your exhaustion, taking care of yourself is actually rebellious. Think about it. Capitalism benefits when you're too tired to question systems. Toxic relationships thrive when you don't believe you deserve better. Unhealthy patterns continue when you don't have the energy to change them. When you practice real self-care, you're essentially saying, "My well-being matters. I deserve rest and peace. I won't sacrifice my health for others' comfort. I trust my own judgment about what I need." This isn't a new concept. Throughout history, marginalized groups have used self-care as resistance. Civil rights activists understood that taking care of themselves wasn't selfish. It was necessary for sustaining the fight for justice. Part 4. Practical ways to reclaim your power through self-care. Real self-care often looks like saying no to commitments that don't align with your values, ending conversations that become toxic, limiting time with energy vampires, creating physical and emotional space when you need it. Your body is constantly giving you information about what you need. Rest when you're tired. Revolutionary concept, right? Eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full. Move in ways that feel good. Listen to stress signals and respond appropriately. Processing your emotions instead of suppressing them. Seeking therapy or support when needed. Challenging negative thought patterns. Protecting your mental space from constant news, junk, social media. Morning routines that set your intention for the day. Evening routines that help you decompress. Regular check-ins with yourself about your needs. Scheduling non-negotiable time for activities that restore you. Part 5. Overcoming guilt and resistance. Many of us, especially women and people from certain cultural backgrounds, are taught that putting ourselves first is selfish. This guilt is often learned from family systems, reinforced by societal expectations, used by others to maintain their comfort. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup. When you're well-rested, boundaried, and fulfilled, you actually have more to give to others. I don't have time. You don't have time not to take care of yourself. Others need me. Others need you, healthy and sustainable. It feels wrong. That's conditioning talking, not truth. When Lala Delia says self-care is how you take your power back, she's talking about a fundamental shift from victim to creator of your own life. Every act of genuine self-care is a declaration that you matter, that your well-being is important, and that you're willing to take responsibility for creating a life that serves you. I challenge you to identify one area where you've been giving your power away. Maybe it's a relationship where you always accommodate others, a work situation where you never set boundaries, a habit pattern that's draining your energy. Choose one small way to take your power back this week. It might be having that difficult conversation, saying no to one thing you don't want to do, going to bed 30 minutes earlier, taking a real lunch break. Remember, self-care isn't selfish. It's not indulgent. It's not about bubble baths and shopping sprees. Self-care is about recognizing that you are worthy of your own care, attention, and protection. And when you start living from that place, everything changes. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one way you're going to take your power back this week? And if this resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Until next time, remember, taking care of yourself isn't something you do when you have time. It's how you make sure you have time for everything that truly matters.